Hello, my name is Rachel Stroh, and I'm going to be performing an informative speech titled Why Shark Attacks Are Increasing for the Glen Ellyn Tournament. There are less sharks, but more people are being eaten. Do we taste better? Are lotions and sunscreens like barbecue sauce to sharks? Or is there a more logical explanation for this? In 2019, off-duty firefighter Justin Kendrick was surfing off the coast of Fort Pierce, Florida. He was about 10 feet from shore when he tried to step off his board, but instead of feeling the sand beneath his feet, he was greeted by the razor-sharp teeth of a blacktip shark in late migration. He luckily made it out without major injuries, but if the blacktip shark that attacked him hadn't migrated so late, this incident could have been avoided. In 2022, the Florida Museum published information proving that since the 1970s, the number of sharks in our oceans has decreased by 70%, yet the number of shark attacks has increased by 411%. You may think that these numbers are caused by more swimmers or something of that sort. And although that's partly true, we're going to discuss some other possibilities as well. First, we will find out how much changing ocean currents are affecting shark attack patterns. Second, we will take a look at how overpopulation and climate change are contributing to the rise in attacks. And third, we will discuss how the changes that sharks are facing are also affecting other marine species. The United States is linked around shark attacks and police brutality, but we're talking about shark attacks. The US is responsible for about 64% of all shark attacks worldwide. And although this could be just because of more people in the water, it could also be because of changing ocean currents that are bringing sharks closer to shore. The Gulf Stream is an ocean current that carries water through the Gulf of Mexico and along the eastern coastline of the United States. The Gulf Stream is especially important because it carries water by the state with the most shark attacks in the US, Florida. Many species of shark use this current in their migration patterns and have used it for centuries. But the Gulf Stream and currents like it are becoming significantly warmer than previously. As proven by Justin Kendrick's story, changing ocean currents are causing new shark attacks to appear when they could have been avoided. Along with blacktip sharks, tiger sharks are also being affected by the changing currents. The NOAA recently published an article stating tiger shark's seasonal distribution has expanded in the Northwest Atlantic Ocean over the past several decades. This large-scale northward expansion was driven by climate change. Although the number of attacks from tiger sharks is still steady, it is now much harder to predict when and where an attack will occur. The more we know about shark attack patterns, the easier it is to prevent them. As we talked about before, changing ocean currents seem to play a large role in increasing shark attacks, but we cannot forget about the major one. Humans going into shark-infested waters, in the end, are to blame for all shark encounters. Millions of people each year crowd at the beaches and coastlines around the world, so occasionally a shark attack will occur. This is to be expected, but not to the extent we are seeing today. In Monterey Bay, California, researchers are seeing unprecedented numbers of juvenile white sharks. The white sharks in the area have expanded their range northward by about 370 miles since 2014, as stated in an article by Independent News. The increase in people at beaches and coastlines is causing more pollution to go into the water, making places like the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, which is located between California and Hawaii, even larger. The increase in pollution is causing ocean temperatures to skyrocket, pushing sharks like the great white even farther north. The great white shark is responsible for the most shark attacks worldwide. They contribute to over a third of all shark attacks, and along with many other shark species, they are migrating northward. This means that beaches like those in Monterey Bay and Fort Pierce are going to be seeing more shark attacks every year. This information may seem unimportant in the scope of things. I mean, you are much more likely to be killed by a falling coconut than by a shark attack. But the fact that sharks are changing their migration patterns and their numbers are decreasing do matter. 25% of all shark species are endangered, and 100 million sharks are killed annually. These numbers lead to an unstable ocean environment, especially if you include climate change and overfishing in the mix. Biodiversity in marine ecosystems is already decreasing. In 2019, the Conscious Club published an article saying that about 200 marine species go extinct every day, which is an unfathomable amount. The tuna I used to eat red lobster is now endangered. Have you heard of Steller sea cow or the sea mink? Maybe you've heard of the Caribbean monk seal, but probably not, because all of these animals have recently gone extinct due to human intervention. Them and many more. Through the rise in shark attacks, we can begin to see the decline in ocean ecosystems, which is already becoming irreversible. Shark attacks are on the rise for many reasons, such as changing ocean currents, climate change, and overpopulation. More people leads to more pollution, causing ocean temperatures to increase, bringing sharks closer to shore, leading to more shark attacks. If things continue the way they are now, shark attacks will continue to increase until there are not enough sharks in the oceans to keep the numbers up. Oceans make up 71% of Earth's surface, provide 3.5 billion people with food, and supply 65% of the world's oxygen. Humans could not survive without the oceans, yet we continue to damage them. Many people ignore this fact because it does not directly affect them, although it will be affecting everyone soon. And as Francis Bacon once said, knowledge is power.